Scott is on the cell phone. I couldn't get him videoed in.
All right. You go through the title.
I call it to order, go through. Yep, do it all. It's a regular special meeting.
I need that script.
Title IX forms are available in the back room. You can fill out an anonymous survey and turn it in to the auditor.
All this to work. 6:35. Wednesday, the 24th. So we're going to call this special meeting for the Board of Zoning Appeals to order. The primary agenda item is to review the rules of procedure for the Board of Zoning Appeals. Some backstory on this is that the APC has a rules of procedure, and through some discussion about the sensitivity, especially of this upcoming agenda item, that we want to touch up on some of these things. I think that when I got on these boards several years ago, we went through this, and it's been some time since we have done this. So going to, I guess, go through, Chris has put together a draft version of the rules of procedure, and I think we've all had a chance to review that. So Chris, I guess I'll let you take the floor and kind of bring everybody up to speed where we are.
Okay, I wanted to get the rules of procedure updated, and I wanted to put them in the format that we had the APC, and it seemed like it worked really well. And what we had was outdated. So I went through the current rules of procedure. I went through the APC rules of procedure, and I made the Board of Zoning Appeals rules of procedure so that they looked like the APC. This will be a resolution, not an ordinance. That way, if, in 6 months, something is not working as a board, we can go in and change it through a meeting, vote on it, and then the resolution will just be recorded in the courthouse here, and it'll be on file. So
just a little bit of background. So when we last revised our ordinance, rules of procedure in the past had been part of the ordinance. I believe it's already maybe another article for the other one. I know one of the copies here was the usual Article 3, but it is recommended you pull them out of the ordinance because to amend an ordinance or change it, there's a lot of procedure and process. It takes 2 readings and all of this. So a lot of counties have pulled them out and have them as these separate documents, which works a lot better, a lot easier to make them efficient, especially if it's just some minor thing that needs change. So in the process, we had gotten the APC done, but we just had never gotten the EPA done. So we just wanted to make sure that they were back in place in this fashion, not as part of our.
It's a 9-page document. I mean, it's not a huge in-depth deal, but reading through it, I didn't see anything that principally changed how we have done business up to this point.
I tried to make it very specifically exactly how we do business, and no add-ins, no changes. I used the old ones, the old rules of procedure.
Actually, what I was missing, so as I read it, this is exactly how we, did I miss a page?
No, you
I'm glad
did
you
not.
clarified.
No, I just wanted it in a format exactly the way the APC, which is working. Wanted it in the same format and an updated resolution, and it's exactly. I mean, I don't think I changed anything. Did you see anything that wasn't?
No, it's just very straightforward, very simple, just kind of the manner in which notice is given, the manner in which meetings are conducted. If a meeting goes till 10 o'clock, we can move it on to another day because after a certain period of time, it just gets to be too late to be here. Paralleling what some of the statutory requirements are for a Board of Zoning Appeals. Let's see. That's really, it's mainly just like an operating agreement, just telling us how we function, putting it in writing, which but it does fall under this, what we have been doing, what we've historically done in the past.
Page 6, 504B3, the word area needs an E, but honestly, I really didn't see a lot. We did
Okay, I fixed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it seemed real logical to me. I really didn't see anything that caused a lot of concern.
Yeah, I think there was the word all, ALL, and it was just AL, so we added another L there. Area, we added another letter into it to get that corrected. But very minor changes from what you guys received.
There was something in the version that you emailed out to me, Chris, which you may have done something with it here. In yours, you had an open question still, okay. The committees, I'm not sure how to word, so do we,
Okay, I changed that.
okay,
Took that whole sentence out.
okay,
And if you don't mind, I went to, I gave him one.
okay, so the one that's on the table is newer than the one you emailed out, maybe.
Yeah, I just changed that today. Where I had questioned whether we needed committees or anything, because the APC does use committees. They use multiple committees to, technical review, but we typically do not.
Yeah.
So from the old ordinance, I pulled out the powers and duties.
Okay.
And I put it in that place because when I was talking to Melissa, it just seemed like that should be there. Not the committees. So that's where the powers and duties. And it was pretty much where the word.
Our distance, folks, can you all hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
We changed that under Article 301, date, time, and place. We just added that the first meeting of the year, we usually determine, which has always been the first Wednesday of the month, unless it falls on a holiday or whatever. And we just added in or as necessary throughout the year, because sometimes we do, like we determined, I think July, that the fair was on the first Wednesday, so we bumped it to the second Wednesday. So that was one of the additional changes we made.
505.
And then the length of time for the meeting, we said, the 10 p.m. and then put in addition, comments from the public can be limited in time when there are numerous individuals desiring to speak. The BZA can further request that points of discussion already presented by another individual not be restated, and only hear new matters that need to be addressed. Just trying to make the meeting run in a more efficient manner. And then in number 7, withdrawal of a petition. We just put, if a case is withdrawn upon request of the applicant, a new application will need to be filed and all fees paid for the case to be heard by the BZA. And then, and that's really it. Those were the only changes made to what was actually put in the mail sheet.
Question from the board? Questions from the public? None. Well, appreciate your work on this, Krista. It, know that while it ends up at 9 pages, there's a lot of things that go into that for that to be to a final form. I think it's good.
Hey,
Go ahead, Rick.
Hey, Paul, yep. I just got one little question on, I see it'll be 504 continuances. I know we've had some items in the past that have gone several meetings. Is that continuance a board decision to continue? Is that a petition? Is that a combination of both? When we start talking about like E2, 90 days, or even G2, 60 days and re-notification, clarify it just in my mind so I understand it, what that continuation consists of.
It's kind of broken down, whether the applicant's making a request, whether the BZA is making the request. And it just talks about some parameters on that, but obviously, if it's a situation where it does need to continue on, the BZA can always override a time period based upon special circumstances. I think the main point of this was just to not have a petition remain pending on the agenda month after month after month with no activity, but obviously if there's maybe a drainage study that's being done and it's taking longer amounts of time or other circumstances that really the delay is necessary, then obviously the board has the opportunity to say that yes, it will remain pending before the board.
And that's under
Okay.
E3. Yeah.
E3, okay.
says.
Maybe it's in negative. Okay, perfect. Just want to clarify that so we're clear on it. That makes sense. I just want to clarify.
It's a good question.
I want to verify Scott has any questions.
Any questions, Scott, from your end? Any trouble hearing or understanding what's going on here? So Krista, do we need, I assume, a motion and a second to vote on adopting this? Is this the procedure for this? Is that correct? Well, I think what I'll do is make a last call for any public comment or board comment, and then if I get none, then I'll look for a motion. So anyone from the public or the board that has a concern or a question regarding our 9-page draft of rules of procedure.
Then I'll make a motion that we pass the rules of procedures. I'll second it.
A second that we vote on adopting the rules of procedure.
I'll second it.
Do a roll call.
Rick Owen,
Yes.
Paul Stone,
Yes.
Scott Smith. Yes. Joyce Brindley, yes. Jamie Livingston. Yes. It is passed.
Okay. Well, we have a rules of procedure. Rick and Scott, thanks guys for calling in.
Yep. No problem.
Introduction
Real quick.
days, this will be recorded in the courthouse and it'll be on file for anybody.
These are our copies.
Yeah.
Procedurally, do I need to sign it? I'll be home Monday. I can do so, or if Paul's the acting, does he sign it? I just need to know what I needed to do.
If you could come in and sign it, that'd be great.
Yep.
Please.
I'll be home Sunday, so I'll make a point to get in there Monday and get it signed.
Thank you.
Safe travels, Rick.
Be careful.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Look for motion to adjourn.
I motion. I'll second. Thank you.